our ladies who have ambition to run for office, and even those in office and probably obviously want to run back again like us for the same seats, because some of us, our ambition is to come back again for another term, or those who want to switch from maybe you are this and you want to go for this, and let us work very hard in the party as well. Because I felt there's something I'm going to say, and it may not be very nice, but I'm going to say it. I keep telling my lady colleagues, because we have a very strong sisterhood. That's the one thing about UDA also, is we have a very, very strong sisterhood. Because as we went around the country as Inua Mama, I don't know if you guys remember that, as I ran up to the UDA and all that. So as just by virtue of that, every Friday, you can imagine, every single Friday, we were with the ladies from morning, from 7 a.m. until we would sometimes get home at 10 p.m. or whatever. During the week, we are looking for maroon clothes across and gold, I remember, you know. So we really do have a strong sisterhood. And that's the one thing I want to commend our party for. But the one thing I noticed, we were not very strategic as women. And I'll say it. I feel as though we thought by just getting out there, working hard, getting seats, if we don't get the seats, things will just somehow sort themselves out. Lucky for us, we have a president who believes in women. I will never shy from saying that, because most of us, in addition to God and giving us favor so that the Wananchi voted for us, we had a lot of help from the president, and that's the truth. But what I watched at the end of when the polls were concluded, the men were more strategic than the women. Maybe because the men have always been in the game and we are just kind of now coming and running for these top seats. Because you come in and you find that some men who are nowhere in the matrix, when we went around this country on Inua Mama, yani every day, all day, dada, shouting back, you know, telling off UHURU, doing, I mean, it's no secret, it's in the archives, you know, doing whatever we had to do to get here. These guys, some of them were sitting pretty, wherever they were, in whichever corner they were. But now when some of those top senior women did not clinch their seats, we had even men within our UDA, other than the boss who stood firm. They would rather go get those men who are sitting pretty than these women who are out here going around the country. Because then when it comes to women, they start saying they have no capacity. When we were looking for votes, we had capacity. But now that they need to be made ministers and everything, suddenly they have no capacity. So that is the one thing I think as women, we are going to do it differently this time. We are going to be more strategic. You know, I think we are also raised like, okay, you know, because now what if we didn't have the goodwill of the president? Because most of my colleagues, I'm telling you, I mean, it's no secret. There are some who are now ministers who deserve it more than a lot of others because they worked very hard to get this government in place. But you had people trying to say that, oh, they shouldn't, da, 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 da. But now, for the goodwill of the president, we all made it. But what if in future you have a president whose goodwill is not there like that? What happens? So the women must be more strategic. We must push as hard as we fight looking for those votes out there, even at the table. We must be there and we must step forward without shame. We are going to stand up this time around. We are not going to make it easy for the men. We are going to fight for ours as well.